Well, hello and a very warm welcome once again. Will you join us in Roseto in Italy for further coverage of the 2021 European Under-22 Boxing Championships. We're at the semi-final stage, so all of the athletes in contention over the next two sessions have all secured themselves at least a European Under-22 Championship bronze and the prize money that comes along with that. But all of the boxers in action today will have their sights set on going for gold in this, the first continental event of the season. My name's Ronald McIntosh. I'm your lead commentator here on Ring A. It's a two-ring setup at this temporary venue on the Adriatic coast. So we've got a coastal breeze providing a cooling effect, and a marquee has been erected to protect the boxers from the blazing sun here in Roseto degli Abruzzi. We're about a 3-hour drive cross-country from the Italian capital, Rome. And it really is a picturesque setting to hold this 2021 Under-22 European Championships. And of course, EUBC boxing, AIBA boxing, no strangers to this part of the world. Plenty of events have been held in this region before. In April 2018, it hosted the European qualification event for the 2018 Youth Olympic Games. That was staged later that year in Buenos Aires. This Under-22 Championships open to boxers born between 1998 and 2002, and this a rescheduling of the tournament that was supposed to take place last year, but of course had to be postponed because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So we're here at this coastal resort, and it is women who will take center stage in this 21st session of boxing here in Ring A. Semi-final action all the way across 10 bouts, and we will feature athletes from the 48 kilogram light flyweight, 51 kilogram flyweight, 64 kilogram light welterweight, 69 kilogram welterweight, and 81 kilogram light heavyweight divisions. Accomplished athletes all taking their place in the ring in a bid to make it through to the championship finals. Just a reminder, spot of housekeeping before we get things underway. We have 5 judges seated around the boxing ring, and it is the 10-point must system that is in effect. One boxer must score 10, and in the event of tied scores, well, 1-0 isn't enough. In the event that there were 4 scores, for example, of 28-28, that would be then taking us into the realm of countback, and you need an absolute majority in such a scenario, a majority of the 5 scoring judges. So we're going to get things underway in the 48 kilogram light flyweight division, and this a contest between boxers from Spain and Ukraine. The woman just entering the ring and taking up residence in the red corner is Marta Lopez. Marta Lopez del ARBO is her full name, even though she's been entered here as Del ARBO. She's lost an L somewhere along the line during registration. Her opponent is OLHA SHALIMOVA of Ukraine. So 8 boxers comprise the women's 48 kilogram light flyweight bracket. So a perfect quarter-final stage was the first preliminary round. So all of the boxers through to the semi-finals, competing in their second bout of the tournament, and booking her place at this stage. Marta Lopez of Spain defeated the tournament #1 seed Gayan Tarbosegian from Armenia. Was how Marta Lopez booked her place here at this semi-final. As for OLHA SHALIMOVA, well, she beat an opponent from Slovakia, Nicole Derikova. So they've accomplished getting themselves a medal, and remember the prize money that goes along with that. $2,000 US is what they have earned, continuing the trend established by AIBA President Mr. Umar Kremlev at the recent Asian Championships, where the medal-winning boxers earned prize money. That's been extended here to the 2021 Under-22 European Championships. So now We're about to get our 21st session underway. Light flyweight action in the 48 kilogram division. Marta Lopez is the boxer wearing red. Her opponent, OLHA Shalimova from Ukraine, is wearing blue, and it's an untidy start to begin the first of 3 3-minute rounds, immediately requiring the intervention of the referee. Once again, they fall back into the same posture. Now, back beyond distance, good right hand nudged into the body by Shalimova. Lopez looking for the range on a 1-2, but it's almost as though Shalimova nudges away to the body. It's almost as though both committed to their initial attack, and in the event it doesn't find the range, they just fall onto one another. So who will be able to adjust their radar and find their range with some eye-catching accuracy like that left hand from Lopez? Both boxers up on their toes, and it's another untidy tangle at close range. The referee giving them the opportunity to work away. Lopez, almost a kangaroo-like style, up on her toes, bouncing in and out. She takes a right hand over the top from Shalimova. Presenting feet that aren't as busy. She's by no means static, but far more flat-footed as she creeps around the boxing ring rather than boxing up and down. Right hand success for Lopez as she put it on a downward trajectory once again. So Shalimova just looking to work an opening so she can find a home for that left hand. It's another tussle at close range. Burst of punches to the body from Lopez. The referee invites the boxers back to the space of ring center. Good work to both body and head from Shalimova. Right hand over the top once again from Lopez. And it's another tussle at close range. Heel of the glove under the chin of Lopez from Shalimova. So less than a minute to go in this opening round. Both boxers have had pockets of success. But make no mistake, they've spent plenty of time at close range. As good work to the body once again from arcing punches from Shalimova from both the left and the right hand. She's spoken to by the referee about keeping her head up as Lopez went in search of that 1-2 combination once again. So lateral movement being presented by Shalimova. Edging in and out is Lopez, and she did get through with that left-right once more. So dipping underneath before coming inside is Shalimova, but she can't really get her hands free. She backs her opponent to the ropes. Again, the referee forced to intervene between the two boxers. So there's the horn to conclude the action here in Ring A at the end of the first round. I think we got underway with a bell, which was something of a novelty during the course of this tournament. It's day 6 of action here, and we're at the semi-final stage. Now, just a reminder that we have live scoring in effect. So we will see the verdict of the 5 scoring judges at the conclusion of what was a very close opening round. Both boxers enjoying pockets of success, but perhaps the busier boxer was Shalimova, and she has indeed got it on a 4-1 split. Perhaps her work to the body being rewarded. Lopez did have success with her right hand over the top. But Shalimova was just able to nudge in shots in and around the belt line. So what type of response will that bring from Lopez as we go into the second round? So second round underway then. And here's Lopez looking for the left-right combination once again. Made to fall short on that occasion. She's continuing to try and get over that front foot. The final jab perhaps grazed the headgear of Shalimova from Lopez. Shalimova just continuing to feint over that front foot before backing up. Then it was a double feint with the lead foot, and then she came forward with a cluster of punches where she did score to the body. Solid left jab was the final punch of that combination attempted by Lopez. And she's continuing to employ that roughhouse tactic is Shalimova. Puts the heel of her glove into the face of her opponent. Good right left landed by Lopez, catching Shalimova as she was coming in. Lopez now bobbing and weaving in front of her opponent. And again, the boxer spent an awful lot of time in that posture during the course of the first round. And once again, it's going to be a point deduction here. So there it is. The referee gave her plenty of opportunity to remove that from her repertoire, but the continual shoving of the heel of the glove into the face of Lopez, an illegal tactic, and now she has been docked a point for it. That warning will result in a point coming away from whatever score she accrues. There's the heel of the glove into the face once again, but there it was disguised as a punch. So SHALIMOVA, aware of the fact that she cannot win this round unless she was to dominate it and get what would have been a 10-8 score, which would be rendered 9-8 when you factor in the point deduction. She's looking to step on the gas just beyond the midpoint of this second round. Working away to both head and body once again. Lopez having success during that, what became a trade-off. Terrific use of the right hand once again from Lopez. First and third boxing from the woman in red. So Lopez right back into this one now. We'll have to wait and see with a minute to go how this second round plays out, because in the event that Lopez wins it 10-9, because it's not a dominant round for either boxer at this stage, then when you factor in the point deduction for that infringement from SHALIMOVA, that would effectively make it 10-8. Charging in with the head is SHALIMOVA. She catches Lopez as again it's rough and physical at close quarters. So setting up behind high-held gloves before coming inside, and it's in this territory where SHALIMOVA just appears to be the busier boxer, nudging away to the body. But when it is so physical and attritional at close ranges, there's a terrific right hand above the belt line once again from SHALIMOVA. Then Lopez is going to have to watch that she doesn't fall foul of the referee, as SHALIMOVA comes back in with work to both hot body and head once again. She's been spoken to about keeping her head up. The referee asserting his authority in that regard. So the second round in the book. Lopez, having conceded the first on a 4-1 split, looked to increase the tempo during that second round. SHALIMOVA was docked a point, which will have to be factored in to whatever scores the judges return after that 3-minute frame. So it's SHALIMOVA who took it 4-1 yet again. So when you factor in, that makes it 9-9 for 4 judges in that second round. So SHALIMOVA leading by 1 point for judges 2, 3, 4 and 5. Judge 1 has scored both of the completed rounds in favor of Lopez. And when you factor in the points, she's leading by 3 on that particular card. So Lopez has got to go for broke here, trailing by 1 point, 18-19 for judges 2, 3, 4 and 5. So third and final round underway. SHALIMOVA, who is just dominating ring center at the moment. And again, the onus is on Lopez. Remember, the corners will be in possession of the information as she walks her opponent onto a beautifully crisp right cross. But she needs more, surely. Because remember, a 10-9 across the board for Lopez will only see her winning 1-0 on the cards, and there would be 4 cards tied up. And so that will take us into the realm of countback. So it's crucial for Lopez. The first objective is to win the round here. She really is going for it. But again, she continues with the dark arts of infighting. Good work to the body once again. She started with a 1-2 to the torso of Lopez, did SHALIMOVA, before finishing with a shot upstairs. Good exchange where both boxers enjoyed single shot success. Lopez trying to work her way to the body beyond the midpoint of the final round of a contest that is intriguingly poised after 6 minutes of action. And again, it's eye-catching work from SHALIMOVA once more. Shalimova, the 2017 World Youth Quarter finalist, national under-22 title in 2018. The World Youth Championships a year later, that's where Lopez participated. She was a 5th place finisher in the 2019 edition of this event, losing to Melek Yamak of Turkey at the quarterfinal stage. So she's gone better here in the subsequent edition by making it onto the medal podium. But will she make it through to the gold medal bout? She needs a big final round, does Lopez. But Shalimova just keeping her cool. Really using the space of the ring effectively, and she's very clever when she gets up close. That cleverness spilled into infringements when she was docked a point. The roughhouse tactics in the second round, and she's spoiling once again, pushing down on the head of Lopez. 10-second clapper has sounded, and one suspects it is going to be Shalimova who will be going through to the gold medal bout. Lopez hasn't been able to produce the dominant final round that she needed. She's been competitive every step of the way. But Shalimova, just with the more consistently eye-catching work, Lopez giving absolutely everything in a bid to try and secure that final round. I don't feel she's done enough, but how will the judges score that final round of action? One is taking place behind closed doors, in the effect that we have doors in this open-air venue. The cheering you can hear is coming from the support team of Shalimova, her teammates and support staff here in the temporary stands. They're not beneath the marquee, but the boxes are. Here's the official verdict, which I feel will see Shalimova go through to contest championship gold.
The winner by split decision in the blue corner.
And there is confirmation of a split decision verdict. Well, look at that. We had 3 scores tied at 28 points apiece. Lopez did edge the final round 3-2, but as I said, it takes us to the realm of countback, and all 3 judges who had it all square at 28 points apiece, favoring the work of Shalimova. Very close contest indeed, and it is Shalimova who goes through to the gold medal bout. Marta Lopez comes away with a bronze, just started too slowly and wasn't able to get herself over the finish line and to the winning post. It's OLHA Shalimova who goes through to the final in 2 days' time.
Ring A, bout number 207. Into the red corner, please welcome the boxer representing Italy, Giovanna Marchese. Into the blue corner, please welcome the boxer representing France, BENNAMA.
So the action continues in the women's 48-kilogram light flyweight division. This the second semi-final to determine who will be going through to the gold medal bout to face off against Shalimova from Ukraine. The boxer in the red corner is Italy's Giovanna Marchese, competing in her second bout of the tournament, as is her opponent in the blue corner, and that is the tournament number 2 seed, BENNAMA.
In the blue corner, France, BENNAMA. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by...
So Giovanna Marchese just being suited up over in that red corner. She came away with a bronze medal in the 51-kilogram division in this event in 2019. National Championship silver medalist in 2020. That championship held in February 2021 at 48 kilograms. Her opponent, BENNAMA, She's the 2020 National Championship bronze medalist. And in 2019 and 2018, she took back-to-back youth titles in her homeland of France at 48 kilograms. So two decorated boxers facing off. You can see the difference in stature. When they came for the final instructions from the referee, who will be able to get their tactics spot on. So we're underway then. Boxers from Italy and France contesting this second semi-final in the women's 48 kilogram light flyweight division. Winner going through to the gold medal bout where OLHA SHALIMOVA of Ukraine awaits. Let's talk the more compact figure wearing red is GIOVANNA Marchese. And the taller boxer is the tournament #2 seed BENNAMA of France. Looking to go through to the gold medal bout, as is her opponent. Quick-footed raiding attack launched by Marchese. Able to get in and out, score to both body and head, and that right hand found BENNAMA's headgear accurately. BENNAMA edging forward, looking for that raking left jab from around her belt line. Quick reflexes being demonstrated, and there's a beautiful counter left hand from Marchese, using all of the space of the ring, having her back glide across the ropes. Oh, launches forward with a lead left hand, getting inside the longer reach of her opponent and able to get away without reply. She looks for the right hand once again, but she was walked into a counter right hand from BENNAMA, who was perfectly positioned and executed that shot well. Cracking right hand from BENNAMA, left hand counter in response from Marchese. BENNAMA finding a home for that lead left as well now, just settling down a little bit, quickening her feet, up on her toes. An exchange is taking place, but it's BENNAMA looking to get over that front foot and cut the ring off as she scores with a right hand lead out of that orthodox stance once again. Came slicing downwards. So Marchese feinting with the eyes, with the hands, with the feet, launches an attack once again where she had success, but she was running to two counters from BENNAMA, who's really finding the range with her own straight shots in response to the raiding attacks that the boxer in red is trying to launch. Right hand over the top once again from BENNAMA. Marchese not taking the opportunity to work away. So BENNAMA having her left hand held, but she did score with a downward trajectory right hand once again. Look at that for a left-right combination from the woman in blue, who is just cutting off the ring with giant strides. Went for a flashy uppercut. Marchese got through as she missed with that shot. But a very good conclusion to the round from BENNAMA, the tournament #2 seed, after a blistering start from GIOVANNA Marchese. But BENNAMA began to find her rhythm and range in the final half of the opening round. Quickened her feet, cut the ring off effectively, and repeatedly walked Marchese into counters. So how will the judges score that one after the first 3 minutes? And there it is, 10-9 across the board for BENNAMA. Her strong final 2/3, final second half of the round in particular, enough for the judges, and her straight punches were eye-catching indeed.
Seconds out.
So into the second round then, both boxers quickly out to ring center, and again jolting left jab lanced out by BENNAMA. Holding her ground now, inviting Marchese into her web. Marchese looking for those sneak raiding attacks that served her so well in the first portion of the opening round, but BENNAMA just began to time up with real effectiveness. So BENNAMA with a wide-legged stance, poking out that left jab once again, and then brings through an effective right hand, but she's picked off by a left-right combination from MARCHESE. MARCHESE continually pulling her opponent's head down, and again, the referee just reminding her that that is an infringement. Well, it's getting very untidy, this. Well, nifty footwork from BENNAMA. Her nation's men's team are the world champions, of course, currently in action during the 2020 European Championships, rescheduled from last year. It's a nifty right peg that sent her gum shield back to her own corner to be rinsed and replaced. On the resumption, she lands a cracking right hand, once again. MARCHESE trying to get over that front foot. She is getting in and having success. But look at this, the point's going to be deducted here, continually pulling down on the head of her opponent. And so MARCHESE's problems continuing to mount. The referee gave her every opportunity to remove that from her armory as MARCHESE scores with a right-left combination, but was put on the end of a straight counter shot from BENNAMA. BENNAMA just indicating to the referee that the head guard needed some adjustment. The referee calling time to allow those repairs to be carried out. So BENNAMA with that right hand cocked and right on the money as MARCHESE looked to get in with quick feet once again, but BENNAMA is picking her off repeatedly with really accurate singles. Right hand lock loaded and launched and landed once again. Terrific punch picking from that backhand by Rim BENNAMA. And MARCHESE's problems, well, she's launching her attacks from further away now, and that's making her easier to read for the tournament #2 seed. Still a minute to go in this second round. Same shot, same success once again. MARCHESE, though, remaining committed to her task. But BENNAMA has made a terrific adjustment from around the mid portion of the first round. There she lands a right hand once again. MARCHESE trying with everything in her toolkit to try and diffuse BENNAMA. BENNAMA just falling short there on the attempted forward foray. MARCHESE really gritting her teeth. Now I'm surprised she's not working away there. She is banging away to the body, and look at the response it brings as the right hand is sunk in above the belt line. Those two body shots cause BENNAMA to double over. Now, having brought about that reaction, will MARCHESE continue to bang away to the body? She lands a good right hand to the ribcage once again, but BENNAMA trying to get her legs back beneath her and keep her opponent at bay with straight punches. Well, no doubt for my money that BENNAMA won that round, and when you factor in the point deduction as well, it could be well be rendered 10-8 across the board. But in the closing stages of the second round, it's as though MARCHESE had something of a light bulb moment, because she started to work the long, lean body of her taller opponent, and she doubled her opponent over when she landed with singles from both the left and the right hand. Will she have registered that? Will she look to target the body once again in a bid to chop down her far taller adversary? Well, MARCHESE actually took the second round for 4 of the judges. I thought the backhand work of BENNAMA was enough to take it, but only Judge 3 concurring with that. But when you take the point deduction into consideration, well, it's a commanding position on the scorecards for the woman in blue. But look at this start, bustling away to the body of her opponent in blue. She's really got to go for it now, has MARCHESE. BENNAMA getting back over the front foot. Her corner will be aware of the fact that she conceded the second round 4-1. But the point deduction keeps her safe in terms of an advantage on the cards. So right hand around the corner from MARCHESE. Good right hand landed from BENNAMA, who got on the front foot against her opponent once again. She's keen for the action to resume. Minute gone in this third and final round. Good right hand to the body. Nice sidestep employed by BENNAMA. Poked out a left jab. BENNAMA looking to close the gap once again to her own punching range, and there's a beautiful counter left hand. It was a check left hand because she landed it and then spun off the line. Coming forward in a straight line now is the boxer in blue. Marchese, well, she's been docked a point for that, and she wrestles her opponent down to the canvas, gripping her around the neck. Almost like a move from the MMA cage rather than the boxing ring. So looking for the lead left hand once again is BENNAMA. Marchese launching from across the other side of the ring practically. Wasn't able to find the range. She did land with a right hand to the body as BENNAMA was pinned on the ropes. So less than a minute to go now in this third and final round. BENNAMA looking to cut off the ring, and she did so effectively by moving to her left. But again, it's another tumble to the canvas, and that's making this a very untidy affair indeed. Marchese looking just a little bit frustrated because every time it becomes physical at the close range, her opponent, BENNAMA, just wilting to the floor, and she's picked off by a beautiful right hand and then a left accurate punch picking on the inside from Marchese, who really is continuing to go for this, looking to overturn the deficit that she faced after the first round. She was docked a point in the second round, a round that she won 10-9 for 4 of the judges. Closing seconds of this third round as Marchese looking to burrow away to the body once again, and BENNAMA not keeping her stance once more. It's increasingly physical in BENNAMA's corner as the horn sounds to end this contest. What a contest between boxers of contrasting statures. Some really eye-catching shots landed by both boxers. Marchese really did come on strong in that third and final round. Such different styles predicated on their physiques, of course, but both boxers giving absolutely everything as they pursue a place in the gold medal bout. So it's going to be nervous moments for both boxers now as we await the verdict to determine who is going through to face OLHA Shalimova in the gold medal contest. Here's the announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by split decision in the red.
What a terrific fight back by Giovanna Marchese. She dug so deep as again we enter the realm of countback because 3 judges had it all square at 28 points apiece, and those 3 tied scores came courtesy of Giovanna Marchese taking the final round on a 3-2 split. So the 3 scores of 28-28. For those observers, it has to come down to preference, and all of them preferring the work of the woman in red, and it is Marchese who goes through to the gold medal bout at the conclusion of what was a very hard-fought affair indeed.
Ring A, bout number 208. Into the red corner, please welcome the boxer representing Italy, MARTINA. Into the blue corner, please welcome the boxer representing France, ROMANE.
So we move up to the 51 kilogram flyweight division. And this a contest between boxers from Italy and France. And my goodness, two experienced individuals indeed. The woman in red, Martina Lapiana of Italy, is the tournament #2 seed, preparing for a second contest at the semi-final stage, having received a bye in the first preliminary round. She beat Yaroslava Marinchuk of Ukraine at the quarter-final stage. Her opponent is Romane MOULAI from France. And MOULAI, this is her third contest, having prevailed in a 4-1 split decision victory over Neema Early of Ireland in the preliminary round, and then eliminated the tournament #4 seed Victoria Rogalinska of Poland at the quarter-final stage. So Martina Lapiana of Italy in the red corner, as both boxers get their head guards adjusted. Lapiana comes in as the 2018 Youth Olympic champion in the 51 kilogram division, and she's no stranger to continental success, having taken back-to-back European youth titles at 51 kilograms in 2018 and 2019. And the 2018 edition of that tournament was held right here in Roseto. So it's been a happy hunting ground for her previously. Her opponent, MOULAI, has taken back-to-back national championship bronze medals at 51 kilograms in 2019 and 2020. And now they're boxing for a place in the gold medal bout in the flyweight division. So 3 3-minute rounds scheduled between boxers from Italy and France. The more compact figure, slightly more compact perhaps if you believe the eye test. There's Lapiana of Italy, but she's just been put on the end of a two-shot combination from Romane MOULAI. And it's a quick start from the woman in blue, who really is picking her punches effectively. The left hand in particular coming up from around her belt line, and she lands a looping right hand once again. So keeping her composure in that southpaw stance is the tournament #1 seed Lapiana. Feinting with the feet now. It's been a rapid start from the flailing, looping fists of the French boxer wearing blue. And there's a left hand around the corner once again. Looks for an uppercut on the inside, does MOULAI. Right hand to the body was perhaps a scoring shot, as she followed up with a left hook. And what a right hand from MOULAI, forcing Lapiana to adjust the head guard. She comes back with a right-left combination out of the southpaw stance, and then in a big exchange of straight punches from these two boxers. My goodness, blistering stuff through the opening minutes of this first round. So feinting with the lead hands, heads coming close together there as the southpaw and orthodox boxers fell into one another. Good right hand. It was a reverse 1-2 from Lapiana. Backhand came first. Now, we've had time called so MOULAI's headgear can be adjusted, but from my vantage point, Lapiana's headgear may need some adjusting as well. Not sure the Velcro is fastened down tightly. But everybody happy for the action to continue now that MOULAI has had her headgear adjusted. Right hand over the top from MOULAI in response to a southpaw left to the body from the woman in red. But again, it's those flailing punches from MOULAI, just catching Lapiana on the end of them. Grazing, glancing blows, but perhaps landing solidly enough for them to be scoring blows. Lapiana looking to lead off. Right hand landed by the woman in blue as the two boxers look to disengage from their close quarter tussle. What a looping right hand landed by MOULAI. trade-off once again. Backhand success for MOULAI was a right-hand success for LAPIANA. Beautiful 1-2 picked through the hands of the woman in blue. Scoring shots landed by LAPIANA, and again, good portion of the round for her as she's getting her straight punches to work. So, despite the fact that MOULAI punches comparatively in roundhouse fashion as she momentarily turns southpaw, she's picked off by 2 punches once again, and another 2-shot success for LAPIANA. Right jab success, and again for LAPIANA. Well, it's been a terrific round as this one. MOULAI started incredibly quickly. Had some eye-catching trade-offs, and then LAPIANA found her range in the closing portion of the first round. What an opening round in this 51-kilogram flyweight semi-final. And it's MOULAI who has taken it across the board. Her quicker start, those arcing punches that she's just able to catch her opponent on the end of, giving her the opening round unanimously. All 5 judges scoring in favor of the woman in blue. So into the second round then. Martina LAPIANA, the tournament #1 seed and 2018 Youth Olympic Games gold medalist, is being picked off by flailing punches such as that. So, remember, we've just had a 60-second interval, but almost immediately on the resumption, referee has to call time so that this time LAPIANA can have her head guard adjusted. So the action resumes then. But MOULAI's unconventional style, she takes a right jab there from LAPIANA, but it's serving her very well indeed. And look at the strength of the 2 boxers in evidence as they lock arms on the inside. Backhand success once again from MOULAI. Right hand jab landed twice out of the southpaw stance from LAPIANA. So LAPIANA takes the right hand, but then she took 2 in return. Did the woman in blue. So LAPIANA looking to feint with that lead right hand. She did land a southpaw left, but look at that for a left hook from around the thigh. That's where it began its journey. But MOULAI still able to find the range, looking to find holes in that defense with her backhand is LAPIANA. But her unconventional style is giving LAPIANA considerable difficulty. Appearing to be open, but look at that, 2 shots landing solidly. And again, they're flicked up from around her knees. Terrific reflexes in the pocket. Look at that for evasive maneuvers on the inside. The shots coming from unexpected angles as LAPIANA remaining committed to her style as she lands with a right-left combination, going in search of that once again. But the loose limb brilliance of Romain MOULAI making this a very difficult mission for LAPIANA. Look at that, left hook, right uppercut on the inside, and then a flashing right hand as the 2 boxers look to disengage. Terrific work from the woman in blue. Whirlwind style. She's touched up by a right jab from LAPIANA. Walks back into range with her hands up around her head guard on this occasion. But invariably, they're down by a belt line or by a kneecap, just as they are now. And again, she lands a 1-2 combination, but it was a right jab that was solid from the woman in red. And another one landing solidly for LAPIANA, and then a backhand success for LAPIANA. MOULAI has put an awful lot into these 2 rounds. She's been playing with her mouth guard from the belt, from the opening bell, truth be told, but she's breathing in what appears to be increasingly labored fashion here now. While they were in a clinch on the inside before the intervention of the ref, MOULAI landed a terrific body shot. Left hand success once again from PIANA. Then a left hand to the body from the woman in red, and ending the round with a terrific three-punch combination, the final shot of which was a right hand beneath the elbow of the woman in blue. Well, that's very similar to the opening round for my money, because it was a very strong finish from Martina PIANA. But prior to that, MOULAI had so much success with her loose-limbed, freewheeling style. Remember, the first round was taken unanimously by MOULAI. But this is making for terrifically entertaining fare here in Roseto degli Abruzzi. And it's a 10-9 sweep, excuse me, a 10-point sweep across the board again for MOULAI. 10-8 for one of the judges, which I think is a little bit harsh on PIANA. But as we go into the third and final round, quite simply, the tournament #1 seed, Martina PIANA, needs, well, easiest way to achieve it would be to force a stoppage, because she's trailing by 2 points for 4 of the 5 scoring judges, by 3 points for Judge 4, as PIANA lands a southpaw left. Good right hand to the body landed by MOULAI. PIANA remaining committed to her mission. But again, look at how she's able to use the space of the ring, turning her feet southpaw, making PIANA miss, and then tying her opponent up. And remember, the clock is on her side. It's PIANA who has got to force the action. Lands a left hand, does PIANA, and is trying to work with it as MOULAI is tying her up. So MOULAI's punch picking remaining as eye-catching as ever. Good left hand to the body from the woman in blue, but look at that for a right-left combination from PIANA. Nice dip at the knees from PIANA to make MOULAI miss. Flashing left hand to the body with a scoring shot from the woman in blue. Just employing the layback, looking for a sneaky counter left hand. Well, the manner in which she's boxed from the opening bell, it's not quite a drunken master style like Emmanuel Augustus in the professional ranks from around the turn of the century. But it is a very loose-limbed gait that she possesses, and lets the shots flow from the most unorthodox angles. Occasionally demonstrated switch hitting, but there's a nice 3-shot cluster from PIANA. But look at that terrific speed as she shot up those punches from down below her belt line and was able to find the range, pinging the head back of PIANA. Wonderful punch picking from MOULAI. Looking for a big left-right combination, but was off target. That's a solid right-left landed from PIANA. But MOULAI comes straight back as she continues to bob and weave in the pocket, presenting a chin that appears to be open. But more often than not, she makes her opponent miss. Good work to the body. It may have been a low blow from MOULAI. Left hand success from PIANA. Flashing left hand from MOULAI once again. Well, it's been a terrific performance this by Romane MOULAI, and she has boxed her way brilliantly into the gold medal bout. And again, the body language so instructive, immediate high fives over in that French corner. It was an altogether more subdued trudge back to her coaches for Martina PIANA in her red corner. And even before we get the verdict, if you didn't know the scores, I think the body language of the respective boxers provides an accurate snapshot of what transpired in the ring. Hasn't been PIANA's day, and that is because Romane MOULAI was absolutely sensational. Let's get the official announcement, which should send MOULAI through to the gold medal bout.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by unanimous decision in the blue corner, representing France,
Well,
Romane MOULAI.
That is how she did it. Romane MOULAI with a terrific performance, taking it on a unanimous point decision verdict, eliminating the tournament #1 seed. It is championship bronze for Martina La PIANA, the two-time the two-time European youth champion, coming away with under-22 European championship bronze here. Through to the gold medal bout in commanding fashion goes MOULAI.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by split decision in the blue corner, representing Finland, BENNAMA. Ring A, bout number 209. Into the red corner, please welcome the boxer representing Germany, MAXI KLOTZER. Into the blue corner, please welcome the boxer representing Finland, PIHLA KAIVO-OJA. Referee.
So we remain in the 51 kilogram flyweight division for women, and this a contest between boxers from Germany and Finland. The woman who's already in the ring, getting her headgear adjusted in the red corner, is Maxi KLOTZER, 2019 National Championship bronze medalist at 51 kilograms. She was a national youth champion in 2017 at the same weight. Her opponent is the tournament #2 seed, and that is PIHLA KAIVO-OJA. 20 years of age. She comes in as the 2020 National Youth Champion, participated in the World Youth Championships early this year in Kielce in Poland.
Ring B, bout number 219. Into the red corner, please welcome the boxer representing Ukraine, Anastasia. Into the blue corner, please welcome the boxer representing Italy, Cirinnì. Referee Stephen from Scotland. Judge 1 from Azerbaijan.
So we're underway then, 3 3-minute rounds in the 51 kilogram flyweight division. Oh, what a right hand landed by the compact figure wearing red. That is Maxi KLOTZER of Germany. The taller figure wearing blue is the tournament #2 seed, PIHLA KAIVO-OJA. Experienced operator on the international scene. 12 boxers make up the 51 kilogram flyweight bracket. This is the third bout of the tournament for KLOTZER, having eliminated opponents from Spain. Lara Fuertes was who she vanquished in the preliminary round. Then at the quarterfinal stage, she beat the tournament #3 seed, Diana Gorisnaja of Estonia. Here she's facing off against the tournament #2 seed, who is just looking to settle into a boxing stance and find the range with her long, straight punches. Looping left was short of the mark, but again she kept the attack going and found a home for that right hand. Terrifically quick feet demonstrated by KLOTZER. There's the two boxers fence with the lead hands. How close the feet are coming together, the lead feet. And on those feet, out of a southpaw stance, KAIVO-OJA is wearing running shoes. Always concerned about ankle support when you see a boxer opt for the low cuts, but of course they know what suits them and what is comfortable. It's KAIVO-OJA, terrific southpaw left. She's very busy with her hands, not necessarily finding the range, but because she has longer reach and greater range, as KLOTZER lands a good right hook around the corner, not too far away with a follow-up right, but look at that. The punches just keep flowing from the woman in blue, and they're keeping the woman in red occupied. She's either having to try and slip them, block them with her gloves, and she's not able to launch her quick-footed raiding attack that she's used to good effect on a couple of occasions here. Now looking to dip beneath the punches, but they keep on being flipped out. There is absolutely nothing on them. But in many respects, it's like boxing in a rainstorm, because the shots just keep on coming. Now she's looking to stiffen up that lead right hand, is KAIVO-OJA. Solid right hand landed once again. Then she's digging away to the body with the free right hand, is KLOTZER. Right hand over the top out of the southpaw stance from the woman in blue. And again, she's just touching her up repeatedly with her straight punches, is KAIVO-OJA. It's a very clever display, is this, because those shots just providing a deterrent that is preventing KLOTZER, who did get through to land an arcing right hand around the corner. But the greater volume of scoring punches, for my money, coming from the woman in blue. The heavier punches coming from the woman in red. But KAIVO-OJA just remaining in that wide-legged southpaw stance and letting the punches flow freely. Some of them were range finders, just keeping her opponent off balance and occupied, but plenty of them were just continually being flicked into the face of her opponent. But then the heavier shots coming from the woman in blue, in red, excuse me, and that is why she has taken it on a 3-2 split. So the volume coming from the tournament number 2 seed, she's taken it for judges 2 and 5. The heavier shots taken, or impressing, excuse me, judges 1, 3, and 4. So into the second round we go then. It's KAIVO-OJA back on the quick-fisted light punches once again. But there's the heavy artillery being unloaded by KLOTZER as she comes forward with the right hand. KAIVO-OJA did respond. She spins effectively to change angles in front of her opponent. Good right hand to the body by KLOTZER. But that right jab continually being feathered out by the woman in blue, bringing the southpaw left into play occasionally. So KLOTZER content to claim her opponent around the waist there, as on the resumption it is KAIVO-OJA who scores with the right-left combination. And again, that's intelligent from KLOTZER, because when she was inside, she worked her way to the body, and then as the boxers disengaged, she landed a left hook upstairs. And again, good work to the body from KLOTZER. Right hand, and then look at that, right-left of the straight variety from KAIVO-OJA. So flashing left hand not too far away from KLOTZER. Looking to get close behind quick feet once again, and she does have success with that backhand, but a right-left combination followed by more free-flowing punches, just getting between the woman in red's gloves. And again, there's an eye-catching left cross out of the southpaw stance. Solid enough to jolt the head back of the woman in red. So the pattern that was established in the first round, that's a beautiful right hook landed by KLOTZER. Really sunk her feet into the canvas and pivoted to get maximum leverage on it. So KLOTZER unsuccessful on that forward foray. A minute to go in the second round. Solid left hand landed by KLOTZER. Solid left hand again landed by the woman in red, but two feather light straight punches coming from KAIVO-OJA. Well, KAIVO-OJA, as soon as the referee called break, she straightened out her lead right hand to prevent KLOTZER scoring to the body, but she scores with a double right hand there. Body then head. There's a more compact boxer wearing red. Terrific work on that forward foray from KLOTZER, who kept the attack going and had success with the right hand on a couple of occasions. Looking for that same shot once again. The boxers falling into one another. Neither boxer looking to work at close quarters. Looking to free up that right hand is KLOTZER. KAIVO-OJA looking to get back on the jab. Second round in the book. Another round where the boxers each enjoyed success with their preferred style. The heavier shots coming from KLOTZER. The greater number of shots coming from the woman in blue. Now remember, in the first round, judges 1, 3, and 4 scored for KLOTZER. Judges 2 and 5 scoring for the woman in blue. And here, it's a 3-2 split. So it's all square, 3-2 split in favor of KLOTZER, I should say. Taking it for judges 2, 4, and 5. So it is all square for judges 1, 2, 3, and 5. 19 points apiece. Well, this fascinating affair has come down to the final 3 minutes. And I wonder whether both boxers have been told of the context of the bout, because there's a noticeable quickening of tempo, particularly from KAIVO-OJA. She's looking to dig her feet into the ring canvas with far more force now to get greater power onto her punches. It is all square for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. 1, 2, 3, and 5 have it 19 points apiece after 2 completed rounds, and that perhaps a fair reflection of what has been a case of what do you prefer, the greater number of lighter punches landed by the woman in blue, or the fewer heavier shots landed by the woman in red. It's all going to come down to this to determine who goes through to contest championship gold here in the 51 kilogram flyweight division. Spinning off the line is KAIVO-OJA, looking to walk her opponent onto straight punches once again. Winging away with that left hand at close range is KLOTZER, looking to eliminate her second seed of the tournament in her bid to make the gold medal bout. Left hand being swung in an uppercut fashion once again from the woman in red. KAIVO-OJA spoken to about punching incorrectly with the inside of the glove. So beyond the midpoint of the third and final round of this incredibly tight contest, KAIVO-OJA has tried to change things up here and get more pop onto her punches. She's flailing away with both, but she's continuing to land with the inside of the glove, particularly with that backhand out of the southpaw stance. So who can produce a moment of sustained quality? There's a right-left combination from the southpaw in blue. Looping roundhouse right was long. 2 looping shots land to the body, but again, they're with the inside of the glove from KAIVO-OJA. They landed, but they will perhaps be disregarded in terms of their scoring effectiveness. While both boxers giving absolutely everything in pursuit of a place in the final. KLOTZER landing with a right hand, but she takes a stiff left hand there from KAIVO-OJA. Closing seconds of this contest. Both boxers being implored by their corners to go for it. And as a moment of quality landed during that straight shot cluster from KAIVO-OJA. 20 seconds to go in the third and final round. And that could well be decisive. It's incredibly close on a knife edge coming into the final 3-minute frame. And there's another left hand success. KLOTZER walks onto a right jab once again. She pours forward, bearing that luminous green gum shield. The boxers exchange punches right up until the final bell. Now I happen to think that in the final closing stages of that third round, KAIVO-OJA produced some quality that was eye-catching indeed. But how will the judges score it? Remember, for judges 1, 2, 3, and 5, it was 19 points apiece with 6 minutes in the book. For judge 4, KLOTZER led 20 points to 18. How will they score that third and final round, which is going to be pivotal in determining who goes through to the gold medal bout? Let's get the verdict.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by split decision in the red corner.
And it is Klotzer,
in Germany.
Maxi Klotzer, for the second bout in succession, eliminates a seeded boxer from the 51 kilogram flyweight tournament, and that is how she did it. So look at that. Maxi Klotzer taking it 29-28 for 3 of the 5 scoring judges. KAIVO-OJA taking the third round on a 3-2 split, but not enough to overturn the 20 points to 18 deficit she faced for Judge 4 going into the third and final round. So it's Klotzer who has prevailed on the narrowest of split decisions. She will face off against Romane MOULAI of France in the gold medal bout in 2 days' time. It is championship bronze for PIHLA KAIVO-OJA of Finland at the conclusion of what was an incredibly hard-fought affair. Absolutely brilliant stuff.
Ring A, bout number 210. Into the red corner, please welcome the boxer representing Slovakia, Miroslava JEDINAKOVA. Into the blue corner, please welcome the boxer representing Russia, NATALIYA SYCHUGOVA. Referee, Ukraine. Judges, Judge 1, Croatia. Judge 2, Italy. Judge 3, Netherlands. Judge 4, Austria. Judge 5, Romania. In the red corner, representing Slovakia, Miroslava JEDINAKOVA.
So we move up to the 64 kilogram light welterweight division for women here. And this a contest at the semi-final stage between boxers from Slovakia and Russia. The woman in the red corner is the Slovakian boxer Miroslava JEDINAKOVA. Her opponent, wearing blue, is Russia's NATALIYA SYCHUGOVA. Both of these boxers incredibly experienced. In previous editions of these championships, they both came away with championship bronze medals. JEDINAKOVA came away with under 22 European Championship bronze in this weight division in 2019. And in 2019, it was a championship under 22 European bronze in 69 kilograms for SYCHUGOVA. So two boxers who for the second successive under 22 European Championships have made it back through to the medal podium, looking to go even better here. The boxer wearing red is Miroslava JEDINAKOVA from Slovakia. Her opponent wearing blue, operating out of the southpaw stance, is NATALIYA SYCHUGOVA. SYCHUGOVA just keeping her lead right foot on the outside of her opponent. She got through with a good southpaw left there. Slightly shorter of these two rangy boxers. JEDINAKOVA picked off by another southpaw left. She's doing a terrific job controlling the ring space in the first minute. Is SYCHUGOVA. She's invariably had her front foot on the outside of her opponent's lead left leg. And that just cuts off all of that space to JEDINAKOVA's left, as SYCHUGOVA scores with a southpaw left once again. Bobbing and weaving in front of her opponent now is a southpaw in blue. Quick-fisted flurry is off the mark. Action near to the neutral corner. Beautiful left jab, but it was countered by a southpaw left and then an altogether more solid southpaw right from SYCHUGOVA. So SYCHUGOVA finding her range very effectively indeed. She's closing the distance incrementally. triggering quick-footed attacks to get herself into punching range. Southpaw left was blocked effectively, but then a right hand did get through. It was a half hook, half uppercut from the southpaw representing Russia, and there's a southpaw left success once again. JEDINAKOVA jabbing away, but it was blocked by the gloves and forearms of her opponent. Looking for that backhand was JEDINAKOVA. Looking for the same combination once again, left, right, but was short of the mark. Feinting with the right hand is SYCHUGOVA. So SYCHUGOVA doubling up the attack. JEDINAKOVA looking for that backhand once again, but just forced into the ropes by the offensive output of the woman in blue. Flicking left jab got between the gloves of SYCHUGOVA from JEDINAKOVA. And that's an arcing right hand, but then it was met in response with a counter southpaw left from SYCHUGOVA. So it became a trade-off. Lead right hand was an effective shot to start the combination from SYCHUGOVA. Remaining concentrated, invariably peering between her gloves, and there's another southpaw left success. SYCHUGOVA has done a terrific job in this opening round. And I feel she's done enough to take the opening round after 3 minutes of boxing. Very composed display indeed from the Russian southpaw wearing blue in this battle between boxers who both enjoyed under-22 European Championship success in 2019 in terms of making it through to the medal podium. Here's confirmation of a clean sweep in favor of Natalia SYCHUGOVA. 10-8 for Judge 3. And observer seeing it as a dominant round. So into the second round then. Mention the fact that Natalia SYCHUGOVA came away with under-22 European Championship bronze in 2019 at 69 kilograms. She lost the semi-final as the referee has called time. This injury has been caused by a punch, so the doctor is being called into action here, trying to get a look as to where the damage has been inflicted. It's on the opposite side of the ring from our commentary position. It's a damaged nose. The referee signaled a fist into an open palm, which means that the injury was inflicted by a punch rather than an accidental clash of heads. And there's a southpaw left right onto the end of the nose once again. That's not going to do the injury any good whatsoever. But JEDINAKOVA remaining concentrated. Just as time was called, I was just outlining how SYCHUGOVA, she lands a southpaw left once more and looking to quicken the tempo here now. JEDINAKOVA up on her toes, trying to get her straight shots established. But SYCHUGOVA lost her semi-final 2 years ago at the European Under-22 Championships to Buzinaz Sermonelli, who has just booked her place for Tokyo 2020. The brilliant boxer from Turkey, as SYCHUGOVA lands a southpaw left once again, and now beginning to put bent arm combinations together. They were all caught by the gloves and forearms of JEDINAKOVA. But SYCHUGOVA has found her range here now and is beginning to boss this contest after sweeping the opening round unanimously. 10-9 for 4 of the judges, 10-8 for one particular judge. She really is looking to increase the dominance that she's asserting here and put clear daylight between herself and her opponent. It's been a terrific first half of the round, as then she drops down to the body with her southpaw left. Body shot once again, turned the palm upwards and sunk it into the solar plexus of her opponent, looking to slow down the movement. There's the same shot once again, skipping away, fiddling with her shorts, adjusting her head guard is JEDINAKOVA. She's having difficulty breathing through that damaged nose, and that was caused by the punch picking as she scores with a beautiful right jab, SYCHUGOVA. And it's been a brilliant second round so far for the woman in blue. Tucks up tightly to block the two-shot combination, punched out by JEDINAKOVA. And again, the defense is true once again as she just clamped her gloves around her head guard to prevent the shot from getting through. There was a combination of punches, brings about a standing count. During the course of that cluster, JEDINAKOVA landed a right-hand lead of her own, but the greater volume of accurate punches came from SYCHUGOVA. First standing count of the contest. And a punctuation point to what has been a brilliant round of boxing so far from the Russian southpaw wearing blue. Left hand behind the right jab once again from SYCHUGOVA. It's been an utterly dominant 3 minutes as she gets onto the front foot once again, drives her opponent back towards the neutral corner. And for my money, that could well be a 10-8 round across the board, not because of the standing count. That's not the convention in Olympic-style boxing, AIBA boxing, EUBC boxing, but just because of the dominance that she demonstrated over the course of the 3 minutes. Really did quicken the tempo after taking the first round unanimously. Damaged the nose of her opponent with her accurate shot selection, and then really began to put her punches together in combination fashion. Not just straight punches, but working down to the body, and there is confirmation of 10-8 scorelines for 3 of the 5 scoring judges. Miroslava JEDINAKOVA of Slovakia has got a proverbial mountain to climb as we go into the third and final round.
Round 3.
So the third and final round underway then, and immediately a good southpaw right is scored by SYCHUGOVA. All of the momentum with her after a dominant second round of boxing. 10-8 for 3 of the 5 scoring judges, and there's a solid southpaw left that again causes JEDINAKOVA to sniff as she's continuing to have difficulty breathing through that damaged nose. Oh, that's a solid right hand, and then a left hand over the top out of the southpaw stance, and this is brilliant to watch from Natalia SYCHUGOVA. She really is demonstrating terrific variety, unerring accuracy. There's a jolting right jab out of the southpaw stance, causing JEDINAKOVA to adjust her head guard. SYCHUGOVA cutting off the boxing ring, takes a single in return from JEDINAKOVA, who's looking to remain competitive in this contest. Nothing wrong with her conditioning or her competitive spirit. And there's a good left-right combination, crucial for SYCHUGOVA to remain switched on, because any success that JEDINAKOVA enjoys will see her begin to rebuild her confidence, which may well have been chipped away as she's put on the end of terrific punch picking once again. Terrific combination of free-flowing punches from SYCHUGOVA. Just looking to keep her dominance over her opponent that she established in the second round in particular. Terrific cluster of punches causes JEDINAKOVA to tuck up tightly. She comes out of the blue corner behind a left jab. Good 2-shot combination to the body. Bombing with the southpaw left over the top is SYCHUGOVA. Right jab once again gets between the defenses of the woman in red. So a minute still to go in this third and final round. It's been an incredibly efficient performance from SYCHUGOVA, who comes forward once again with quick feet and lands a right jab, standing in front of her opponent. Oh, what a corkscrew left hand. The uppercut bored up from around the belt line, and a southpaw left followed by a right hand. JEDINAKOVA trying to respond with a jab of her own, but that was a terrific portion of the third and final round produced by Natalia SYCHUGOVA. Exquisite punch picking as she lands a solid lead right jab once again, looking for the southpaw left over the top, but didn't take her feet with her, resulting in a punch being short. Well, you have to give Miroslava JEDINAKOVA immense credit. Time is being called to get the headgear adjusted, and the reason why it requires adjustment is because it's been swiveled both left and right, and indeed from underneath, by the wonderful variety produced by Natalia SYCHUGOVA. So less than 30 seconds to go. This gives JEDINAKOVA some respite, but she has got to get a stoppage victory, which looks increasingly unlikely because SYCHUGOVA is demonstrating terrific ringcraft here, has barely put a foot wrong. And he's been increasingly dominant. The more the contest have gone on, the deeper we have got into the bout. Good left jab landed from JEDINAKOVA. And again, she is competing right up until the conclusion. Wants to go deeper into the tournament, but hasn't been able to produce the finishing shot that she needed. And it will be Natalya SYCHUGOVA who goes through to the gold medal bout in barnstorming fashion. What a blistering performance. And the woman who came away with a bronze medal finish at 69 kilograms 2 years ago has surely booked her place in the gold medal bout. It will be a unanimous points decision. The question is, how wide will the verdict be? After showing utter dominance in rounds 2 and 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by unanimous decision in the blue corner representing Russia, Natalya.
So Natalya SYCHUGOVA, a unanimous points decision victor. 10-8 on 3 of the 5 scorecards in round 3 as well, just as they were in round 2. A terrific performance out of that southpaw stance, wonderful variety, fantastic composure, and it is Natalya SYCHUGOVA who goes through to the gold medal bout. It is a second consecutive bronze medal in the under-22 European Championships for Miroslava JEDINAKOVA of Slovakia. She competed right up until the final conclusion, but met a woman who simply knew too much in the form of Natalya SYCHUGOVA of Russia. She will contest championship gold in 2 days' time.
Ring A, bout number 211. Into the red corner, please welcome the boxer representing Hungary, LUCA HMORI. Into the blue corner, please welcome the boxer representing Germany, Stefanie von Berge.
So we remain in the 64 kilogram light welterweight division, and this a contest between boxers from Hungary and Germany. Two incredibly experienced operators, highly decorated on the international stage as well. The boxer who's already in the red corner is LUCA HMORI of Hungary. Competed in the 2018 World Junior Championships in Budapest. She was a big favorite but lost to Caroline Dubois in the preliminary round stages.
From Germany, Stefanie von Berge.
Comes to the ring as the 2018 European Youth Bronze medalist. Took European Junior Silver in 2016. And participated in the 2018 Youth Olympic Games, did HMORI. As for her opponent, Stefanie von Bergen, she too took 2018 European Youth Bronze in 2018, and in 2019 came away with a European Championship Youth Silver at 64 kilograms. So two decorated individuals coming together for what promises to be a contest of high skill indeed. Stefanie von Bergen, the tournament number 2 seed, facing off against LUCA HMORI, who's already eliminated the tournament number 3 seed at the quarter-final stage. Well, what a contest we have in prospect here. Two experienced international boxers, both of whom have experienced podium success on the continental stage in the age classification ranks of youth boxing and junior boxing. Here they are competing on the under-22 continental stage. Already assured themselves of at least a bronze medal, but they want to go further. The boxer wearing red is LUCA of Hungary. Her opponent, operating on the perimeter of the boxing ring, is Stefanie von Berger, the tournament #2 seed from Germany. Beautiful right hand picked out of that orthodox stance by HMORI. Didn't set it up with a jab, but just timed it exquisitely. Work to the body by the woman in blue. Von Berger up on her toes, looking to present perpetual motion to her opponent, just to distract, and then try and sneak home punches from unexpected angles, like that lead left jab which came up from below the belt line. Terrific punch picking from Von Berger, looking for a right hand lead, spins off to the space of ring center and moving laterally both left and right, not holding her feet for a second, and scores with a left jab once again. HMORI trying to get over that front foot and close the distance against her taller opponent. Right hand was long from HMORI, untidy tangle with neither boxer looking to work away, but HMORI then did dig in a couple of shots with her right hand. Well, Von Berger not stepping back after the command of break, and neither HMORI. Both boxers not really heeding the instructions of the ref. Left hand scored from Von Berger. What a beautifully picked right uppercut from the woman in blue, picking off the advancing boxer in red as she was near the turnbuckle in the neutral corner. Turned it underneath and landed it on the chin of HMORI. So HMORI feinting with her feet, touched by a left jab, and once again Von Berger looking for that right hand lead to walk her opponent into it, and she's doing so to good effect. Again, semaphore with both hands. Oh, beautifully picked right hand once again landed by Von Berger, as HMORI trying to close the distance as she lands with a right hand lead once more. That's been her most effective shot in this contest. She's landed with it on a couple of occasions, and each time it has been eye-catching indeed. Closing seconds of this opening round. Looking for the right hand once more was Von Berger, but didn't quite find the target. Solid right hand landed by HMORI once again. High skill in evidence between these two experienced boxers. Terrific action in that first round. For what it's worth, I happen to feel that it's Von Berger who has taken it. She electing to remain on her feet in between rounds. But of course, this will come down to the verdict of the 5 scoring judges. HMORI had success with her backhand, but Von Berger picked some terrific punches, invariably up on her toes, and was able to catch the boxer as she was coming in. HMORI being the boxer in question, of course.
Seconds out. Round 2.
So Von Berger taking it on a 4-1 split. Judge 5 preferring the work of the woman in red in that first round. And HMORI has come out with aggressive intent to begin round number 2. Did score to both body and head with the left hand a few moments ago. What a right hand landed by HMORI, but then she landed at the same time, and during the course of the exchange, HMORI is forced to touch down. Terrific punch picking. During that trade-off from Von Berger, HMORI was coming forwards, and that doubling up the impact and forcing her to touch down. Now HMORI looking to close the gap once again, and we have to stress that a knockdown in AIBA-style Olympic boxing isn't necessarily a 10-8 round as it is in the pros, but look at that boxing out of the corner from Von Berger, who really is flowing magnificently now, bringing the uppercut underneath on repeated occasions, oozing confidence, flowing magnificently, and just using all of the space of the boxing ring. Standing in ring center now, not so much on the perimeter. HMORI perhaps a little reluctant to come forward, and so it is von Berger who triggers off the lead. Right hand is solid once again, catching HMORI as she looked to close the distance. And that swelling beneath her left eye, well, it's like watching a Polaroid developing. It's almost changing before our very eyes. Discoloring, swelling increasing, and the corner are going to have their work cut out to address that injury, because the last thing HMORI needs is to become a one-eyed boxer when dealing with a boxer such as von Berger, who brings punches from such unorthodox, unconventional angles. Trying to establish a lead right hand there. She did get through the left jab on that occasion, but there you see that discoloration on the left, beneath the left eye of the woman in red. It's an angry mouse. She goes in search of the right hand, and another right hand lead is extended and rammed home out of the orthodox stance by von Berger. Straight shot response from HMORI, but again right hand success for the tournament number 2 seed. Picking punches magnificently, presenting angles, anything but running, as she's up on her toes, sticking and moving sensationally. Bringing the left jab into play. HMORI trying to figure out this puzzle that is in front of her. Right hand success once again out of the orthodox stance from von Berger. Closing seconds of the second round. A round where HMORI was forced to touch down during a trade-off. But the shot of von Berger was perfectly picked and accurately placed. Accuracy just eluding her there. But a terrific second round of boxing produced by Stefanie von Berger. She took the first round on a 4-1 split, remember. And in the second, well, she asserted her dominance in more impressive fashion. And again, despite the knockdown, this will not necessarily be a 10-8 round for for von Berger. And if it is, it will be because of the dominance demonstrated during the round, rather than the fact that solely because of the fact that HMORI touched down. That's often the case in pro boxing, but that doesn't follow here to Olympic style boxing. Can't call them amateurs anymore, of course. Well, we can, but it's rather inaccurate, particularly when you consider that there is prize money for all of the boxers, and this one has been waved off. A dominant second round produced by Stefanie von Berger. 10-8 on 3 of the scorecards. And she sportingly makes her way over to the red corner. A wonderful show of sportspersonship between von Berger and the woman she has just defeated. The Hungarian corner not letting LUCA HMORI out for the third round. And so this one is victory by abandonment in favor of the tournament number 2 seed. She goes through to face off against NATALIYA SYCHUGOVA of Russia. That final scheduled for 2 days' time. And my goodness, what a contest we have in prospect there between the efficient southpaw NATALIYA SYCHUGOVA and Stefanie von Berger, the tournament number 2 seed, who has just gone into the final in commanding fashion.
In the blue corner, representing Germany.
Well, that is a terrific performance by Stefanie von Berger, the tournament number 2 seed, winning by abandonment. LUCA HMORI's corner putting the safety of the boxer first, not letting her contest the third and final round because that eye damage was becoming more severe before our very eyes during the course of that second round. Compassionate corner work from the Hungarian team. Von Berger goes through to the gold medal bout. It's a bronze medal for LUCA HMORI, but it's von Berger who will contest championship gold after a sensational display of sticking and moving.
seconds out. Round 3. Ring A. Bout number 212. Into the red corner, please welcome the boxer representing Italy, CARINI. Into the blue corner, please welcome the boxer representing Bulgaria, MELIS, YONUZOVA. Referee, Montenegro.
So we move into the 69 kilogram welterweight division. And just stepping through the ropes into the red corner is Angela CARINI. 22 years of age, is the tournament #1 seed from Italy. And what a 2019 she had. She took continental silver medals in both the European Championships and in this equivalent event, the under-22 European Championships at 69 kilograms that year. And capped off the year with a World Championship silver at 64 kilograms, winning 3 contests out of 4. She's qualified for Tokyo 2020, coming away with a bronze medal at the European Olympic qualification event. Her opponent is MELIS YONUZOVA of Bulgaria. She's the tournament #4 seed. And in 2018, she took a gold medal at this equivalent event, the 2018 European Under-22 Championships at 64 kilograms. And she was a 2018 European champion at 64 kilograms in the fully fledged event. Now these two boxers have met before. Just a little more of that in a few moments' time as the equipment of both boxers is checked. Before the referee will call them to center ring for the final instructions. So that's what's transpiring now, and just time to tell you that at the 2019 European Championships in Madrid, MELIS YONUZOVA lost to Angela CARINI in the first preliminary round. CARINI went on to win silver during the course of that outstanding 2019 campaign. So how significant will that relatively recent history prove to be? We're underway then. Familiar rivals facing off at the semi-final stage of the women's 69 kilogram tournament. The southpaw wearing red is Angela CARINI, the tournament #1 seed. Woman who's booked her place at the Tokyo Olympic Games from the European qualification event that was concluded in Paris recently after starting some 15 months before, at least on the back, or in March 2020 in London. Her opponent, wearing running shoes, is Bulgaria's MELIS YONUZOVA. Two 22-year-olds boxing for a place in the gold medal bout of the 69 kilogram welterweight division. Terrific punch picking off the back foot from CARINI. 10 boxers started in the women's 69 kilogram weight class. So the top 2 seeds, both of these seeds receiving byes through to the quarterfinals, and both of them won their respective quarterfinals with unanimous point decision verdicts. So CARINI just short with her attempted 2-shot combinations, which she fired out twice, feinting with the lead right hand. Right jab not too far away from the woman in red. YONUZOVA flailing as she comes forwards, but not really able to find the range. But neither is CARINI, because YONUZOVA moving effectively in the pocket.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by split decision in the red corner.
Well, neither boxer has really found the mark with any consistency during the course of this opening round so far. Just over 2 minutes gone. Feinting with her front foot, but there is a solidly picked right-left combination followed by a backhand success from YONUZOVA. But it was first and third boxing from CARINI during that trade-off. And again, YONUZOVA coming forwards, flailing with her punches and not really finding the mark. Left hand not too far away from CARINI. Once again, nice left hand landed by YONUZOVA, but look at that success on the back foot from CARINI. Picking her opponent off as she came forwards, and she used terrific feet to back up, maintain the gap between herself and her opponent, and score with a combination of straight shots. Well, I think CARINI has done enough to take that first round. But how will the judges see it?
Ring B, bout number 222. Into the red corner, please welcome the boxer representing Russia, Shamanova Anastasia. Into the blue corner, please welcome the boxer representing Ukraine.
So there's confirmation of a clean sweep across the board in favor of the tournament #1 seed. So into the second round we go then. All 5 judges scoring the first round in favor of CARINI. Judge number 3 making it by a 10-8 margin, which is perhaps a little bit harsh on YONUZOVA. But CARINI, the reigning world championship silver medalist at 64 kilograms, picking up that title in Yekaterinburg in Russia, the most recent edition of the global event. Looking to increase the daylight that exists between her and her rival in this contest. And again, nothing wrong with the commitment or desire of YONUZOVA. She pours forward once more, but she's not really been able to find the range on any of those forward forays. CARINI knocking the shot of her opponent offline with almost a backhanded parry and block just a few moments ago, but you can see YONUZOVA running forwards as she's letting her hands go. She's crossing her feet, chasing her opponent across the ring, rather than maintaining her boxing stance, and she's not finding the range with any of her attempted salvos. Nice left uppercut landed on the inside by CARINI, who really is cutting a relaxed figure up there in the boxing ring. YONUZOVA looking a little bit frustrated in contrast, because CARINI is just hitting her with irritating shots after making a miss. CARINI oozing confidence up there now. Neither boxer working on the inside, just as I said that YONUZOVA was trying to free her left hand to dig away to her opponent's body. Counter right hand, then a southpaw left landed by CARINI, who is doing pretty much as she pleases as she spins in the pocket to leave her opponent pursuing nothing but air. And again, concentration's got to remain intact from YONUZOVA, because the referee didn't call stop or break. She stopped to adjust her head guard, and from behind almost, CARINI cuffed her with a couple of punches. So it looked as though YONUZOVA stopped in anticipation of an intervention from the referee, but none was forthcoming as she continues to swing and miss. Terrific work from CARINI, keeping her composure in the pocket, bobbing and weaving in the face of that attack. And that's surely a second successive round unanimously in favor of Angela CARINI. And here's confirmation. 2 rounds completed. Angela CARINI in a really commanding position. MELIS YONUZOVA has got it all to do as we go into the 3rd and final round.
Seconds out. Round 3.
So into the 3rd and final round we go. And the woman in blue needs a dominant 3 minutes here. She hasn't really managed to get a foothold in this contest. She's been reduced to speculative forward forays as she just tried there and there right on cue, but her feet are crossing as she comes forward and she's not finding the range with her hands, not closing the distance with her feet effectively, and she's not maintaining the attacks, not doubling or tripling them up, and Angela CARINI just maintaining the gap, and she's picking off the woman in blue as she advances. It's been a very clever display from the tournament #1 seed, and short of something calamitous befalling her, the home boxer, the Italian boxer wearing red, will be going through to contest championship gold in this contest. Terrific punch picking once again from CARINI. Very relaxed indeed in the boxing ring. And YONUZOVA, despite her best effort, she hasn't done anything to make CARINI uncomfortable. Approaching the midpoint of the 3rd and final round, YONUZOVA having conceded both rounds unanimously, including a 10-8 scoreline for one judge in the 1st round. Well, the more the seconds continue to tick away, the more she enters the realm of needing an inside the distance stoppage, because she hasn't got the time to turn it around and produce the dominant 10-8 stanza that she needs just to get back on terms for 4 of the 5 judges. So she needs the punch of a lifetime here now, does YONUZOVA, but CARINI will remain switched on, locked in, and will be determined not to present that opportunity. YONUZOVA still going for it, still pouring forwards, but CARINI has produced a very clever display during the course of this contest. Has managed this 3rd and final round very well indeed. As YONUZOVA spoken to about using that hand like a lance, and there's a good shot to the body by YONUZOVA, perhaps her best punch of the entire contest. Got in close and turned it underneath. CARINI keen to maintain the distance between her, bending and weaving in the pocket very effectively indeed to avoid the punches coming in her direction. Left hand not too far away from CARINI. 10-second clapper has sounded. Confident grin came across the face of CARINI just a few moments ago. YONUZOVA landing a solid shot in the final exchange, but it will be Angela CARINI who goes through to contest championship gold for the 2nd successive under-22 European Championships. A very good display indeed. Now, as for her opponent, MELIS YONUZOVA, she gave it absolutely everything, but simply didn't have the wherewithal to take Angela CARINI out of her flow. And it will be the Italian boxer who will go through to the gold medal bout in unanimous fashion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by unanimous decision in the red corner, representing Italy, Angela CARINI.
So there is confirmation of a unanimous point decision verdict for Angela Carini, taking all 3 rounds for all 5 scoring judges. Wonderful to see this show of spirit after the hard-fought bout that these 2 women have just shared, taking the time to just exchange sentiments and pleasantries with one another. And how about that? Holding open the ropes for the opponent she has just beaten. We will see Angela Carini back in the boxing ring in 2 days' time as she acknowledges all sides of the arena here in Roseto degli Abruzzi. A very composed display takes her through to gold medal contention for the 2nd Under-22 European Championships in a row.
Ring A. Bout number 213. Into the red corner, please welcome the boxer representing Russia, ANFINOGENOVA. Into the blue corner, please welcome the boxer representing France, Shalimova. Referee.
So we remain in the 69 kilogram welterweight division.
Judge 1, Sweden.
And this a contest between boxers from Russia and France. The woman in the red corner just having the black beanie put in place before the head guard is applied. And that is Anna ANFINOGENOVA. Her opponent is France's Shannon Yoka Torre. Both boxers competing in their 2nd bout here at the Under-22 European Championships. Both received byes in the preliminary round. Remember, 10 boxers started the 69 kilogram welterweight tournament, and both boxers won their quarterfinals with unanimous points decision verdicts. As for ANFINOGENOVA, she prevailed over Yekaterina Marchenko of Latvia, the tournament number 3 seed, whereas Shannon Torre eliminated the tournament number 2 seed Daria Amasulskaya from Belarus. So we're underway then. 69 kilogram semi-final action between boxers from Russia and France. The boxer wearing red is Russia's Anna ANFINOGENOVA. Her opponent wearing blue is Shannon Torre. Shannon Torre, 2018 National Youth Championship silver medalist. In the most recent edition in 2020, she came away with National Championship bronze in the elite or senior age classification. As for ANFINOGENOVA, she took a 2019 World University silver. So the boxers continuing to increase their experience. Have already secured themselves at least a championship bronze, remember, and the prize money that goes with that, $2,000 US, is what bronze medalists in this event will earn. Good work to the body with the free left hand from ANFINOGENOVA. Nice left jab, poked out by Torre. Moving laterally was ANFINOGENOVA, just trying to keep her opponent at bay. Now that's the bell to conclude ring 8. The action in ring 8. 2 rings set up during the preliminary stages in this outdoor venue. Oh, that's a beautifully picked right hand by ANFINOGENOVA. Same shot once again from the woman in red. And Torre just being beaten to the punch here. Just under a minute to go in the opening round. There's a right hand over the top once again, this time catching Torre on the forehead. Rough house tactics being applied by ANFINOGENOVA, landing the shot and then tying her opponent up. Torre landing a nudging shot with the 2 boxers tangling with one another on the inside. So she's going to have to watch how she conducts herself here, ANFINOGENOVA, because look at that. She lands invariably with that right hand, digs away with the left, but then look at that. The right hand goes around the rear of her opponent to prevent her from working away. And that isn't boxing. She's trying to land the shot, but again, the referee's spoken to her about it repeatedly. That's a good right hand landed by ANFINOGENOVA, but again, she's claiming the woman with the right hand after she lands it and then swings away with the left, hitting and holding tactics. Well, I think the right hand success of ANFINOGENOVA is enough to take the round from my perspective, but I really do feel she's got to watch how she conducts herself, because if she continues to apply the excessive holding that she demonstrated in the course of that first 3-minute stanza, well, a warning could well be issued, resulting in a point being docked from her scorecard. So how will the judges have scored the first 3 minutes that transpired here? Shannon Torre possesses a good left jab. She's conceded the opening round for all 5 scoring judges, but I do feel that ANFINOGENOVA is going to have to make an adjustment rather than apply the connect and clamp tactics that she demonstrated in the course of the first round. So the second round underway then. The first round swept unanimously, but again, there you see the holding being applied by the woman in red, and she's trying to show that she isn't holding, but she's got the head of her opponent beneath her forearm. So the referee has been a very busy individual as the holding ensues once again. On that occasion, it's perhaps 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Oh, dear me. Oh, dear me. Well, I think the guilty party, as ANFINOGENOVA has success with the right hand. The guilty party on that occasion, well, perhaps both were equally culpable, but I don't think there's any doubt that prior to that, the boxer initiating the majority of the grappling that was taking place was the woman in red. But the point from the point for the infringement has been taken from the boxer in blue, and now it's been evened up. So a point taken from each boxer here in round 2 for excessive holding. And again, said that there's got to be an adjustment, and so far from my perspective, none has been forthcoming from Anna ANFINOGENOVA. We've already seen a boxer disqualified here in ring 8 for excessive holding. And on this occasion, it is Shannon Torre who was applying the headlock. The referee spotted in ideal position to spot that breach of the rules. But there, it's ANFINOGENOVA. Oh my goodness, I really feel that these boxers are walking a tightrope here as to how they are conducting themselves. Who can make the adjustment? Because look, once the initial lead shot has been released, whether it lands or not, again, the right hand from ANFINOGENOVA goes long and it ends up applying a headlock. So it's making for a very untidy affair here. Both boxers have been docked a point for excessive holding here in round 2. Minute to go, and there's been precious little clean point scoring from either boxer. Again, launching the right hand with such full-blooded commitment that when it doesn't land, a clinch ensues afterwards from ANFINOGENOVA. Same tactic once again. Yoka claiming her opponent with both hands around her lats. So it's been a real maul fest, this one. And the referee being very lenient indeed. I say lenient, she's already issued a warning in the direction of each boxer, but she's giving them every opportunity to showcase their skills and demonstrate the sweet science, but instead we've had 3 minutes of the boxers in that type of territory. Very, very difficult round to score. What we do know is that each boxer has been issued a warning and thereby docked a point for excessive holding during the course of round number 2. But outside of that, it was very, very untidy indeed. Remember the 10-point must system. One boxer must score 10. And then it will be subject to -1. It's ANFINOGENOVA who has taken the second round on a 4-1 split. But again, each boxer docked a point. So going into the third and final round, it is a commanding position on the scorecards. 2 points the margin of advantage for ANFINOGENOVA for judges 1, 2, 3, and 4. The 5th judge scored the second round for Shannon Torre, so it's all square apiece on the card of that observer. So into the third and final round we go then, and this has been a very untidy contest to this point. In a commanding position on the scorecards after 6 minutes of action is Anna ANFINOGENOVA, the woman in red. This perhaps as much distance as there's been between the two boxers for the longest period of time at any portion of this contest. And now we'll get to see the boxers shape up, and there's the right hand that served ANFINOGENOVA so well in the first round. Scores with it effectively once again. Looking for the same shot once more, but then the familiar pattern resumes. The referee has really had her hands full here, trying to ensure that these two boxers engage in boxing and not just mauling. Good two-shot combination landed by Torre. But look at that, that's a headlock and tossing her opponent to the canvas. That's very dangerous for my money from Torre. And again, the referee on the spot to speak to her about it. Right hand not too far away from ANFINOGENOVA. Beyond the midpoint of the third and final round, ANFINOGENOVA looking for a right hand to the body. There was a single shot success upstairs for, oh, now that's hitting on the break from ANFINOGENOVA. She's saying she didn't hear the instructions, but she helped herself to 2 shots on the unguarded chin of her opponent. But of course, the referee's mantra is protect yourself at all times. But plenty of spoiling in evidence from both boxers. It was ANFINOGENOVA who was the guilty party on that occasion. Torre lands a good left hand during that combination, but then look at Torre wrapping up the right hand of her opponent. It's ANFINOGENOVA who's spoken to about it. Well, not the most aesthetically pleasing contest, this one. The styles not gelling to make for a classic here at the semi-final stage. It's going to be ANFINOGENOVA who will go through to the gold medal bout. There's a nice check left hook as she gets onto the back foot. Torre remaining in pursuit of it. There's that snapping left jab she possesses. But really, for the most part, neither boxer was really able to show us, or indeed show their opponent, the skills that they possess. It was wonderful punch picking from the right hand in the first round from ANFINOGENOVA. She showed it on occasion in the final round. She showed us a check left hook in the closing stages of round 3. And I think we're just awaiting confirmation that will send Anna ANFINOGENOVA through to the gold medal bout.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by unanimous decision in the red corner representing
And there is
Russia,
confirmation of a
Anna
unanimous
ANFINOGENOVA.
points decision victory for Anna ANFINOGENOVA, taking it for all 5 scoring judges against Shannon Torre of France. She comes away with a bronze medal and the $2,000 prize purse that comes with that bronze medal accomplishment. But it is Anna ANFINOGENOVA who will face off against Italy's Angela Carini, the tournament #1 seed, in the gold medal bout in 2 days' time.
Ring A. Bout number 214. Into the red corner, please welcome the boxer representing Poland, Martyna Jancelewicz. Into the blue corner, please welcome the boxer representing Russia, Saltana Medenova. Referee, Dragan Jovic, Croatia. Judges, judge
So up
1,
next we move
Italy.
into the
Judge 2,
81
Germany.
kilogram
Judge 3,
light
Montenegro.
heavyweight division.
Judge 4,
This
Armenia.
a contest
Judge
between
5,
boxers from Poland and
Austria.
Russia. Only 4
In the
boxers
red corner,
entering the
from
81
Poland,
kilogram light heavyweight
Martyna
tournament. So here we are on
Jancelewicz.
day 6 of action
In the blue corner,
here at
Russia,
Roseto degli Abruzzi in
Medenova.
Italy. And all of these boxers in contention at light heavyweight are only just getting their tournament underway. So it's been a very long wait indeed. And this will be a contest between Martyna Jancelewicz of Poland and her opponent Saltana Medenova of Russia. Poland in red, Russia in blue. Both of these boxers already guaranteed themselves a medal just by making it to the ring, who will be able to go through to contest championship gold. So we're underway then. After 6 days of waiting, the 81 kilogram light heavyweight boxers are finally in the ring. This a semi-final contest in a weight bracket where only 4 boxers entered. The woman wearing red is Martyna Jancelewicz of Poland, the 2019 European Youth bronze medalist at 81 kilogram plus heavyweight, and she's making a brisk start getting over that front foot, but being met by a twinkle-toed opponent from Saltana Medenova, 2017 national junior champion, and she too taking 2019 European Youth bronze at 81 kilograms. Her opponent took European Youth bronze in the same tournament up at 81 kilograms plus. So 2 accomplished youth classification boxers here at the under 22 stage, and both of them demonstrating their skill sets in the opening minute of this first round. Medenova with back foot boxing, plenty of poise while under fire, trying to get over that front foot and apply educated pressure, is Jancelewicz of Poland. Nice left jab in response to that right hand lead. It was Jancelewicz who poked out the left jab. Very different styles, both boxers, wonderful movers, And look at the success in the punch picking from both, as Mladenova scoring upstairs, Janchelova going to the body very effectively indeed, mixing it up to both body and head. Right hand success off the back foot once again from Mladenova. Janchelovic continues to pour forwards. Right hand success through the gloves from the woman in blue. Right hand banged into the body from Janchelovic. Now remember, if she has had continental success up at heavyweight, 81 kilograms plus, she may well be the naturally bigger boxer. And as she continues to get over that front foot and walk her opponent down, oh, that's a good right hand landed by Janchelovic, and another one. Will she possess the heavier armory? Will that extra natural size begin to take an effect? There's another solid right hand landed by Janchelovic. But Mladenova remaining poised, continually looking to move around the clock face, both anti-clockwise as she's doing now and in a clockwise direction as well. Action-packed opening round, this one. Left hand dug into the body a few moments ago by Janchelovic, and then she comes back with punches to the body. Terrific action. And again, another right hand success from the woman in blue. Janchelovic looking to target the torso of her opponent once again. She lands with a flashing right hand. Does Janchelovic, the tournament #1 seed. Very busy indeed during the course of this round. Mladenova going in search of her opponent and non-stop punching after 6 days of waiting from these two 81 kilogram light heavyweight boxers. Terrific action. I happen to think it's Janchelovic who has done enough to take that opening round, but make no mistake, the back foot prowess of Saltanat Mladenova evident for all to see. Terrific opening round. And Mladenova's back foot boxing has been preferred by 3 of the 5 judges. And again, can't really argue with that, because it's the case of what you prefer, a very competitive round of boxing. 2 judges favoring the work of the woman in red, 3 judges favoring the work of the woman in blue. So into the second round then, sprinting back out from the neutral corner is Janchelovic to get to center ring. But look at the poise of Mladenova in the pocket in the face of these on-rushing assaults from Janchelovic, who lands with a good right hand. But look at that for punch picking off the back foot from Mladenova, who is continuing to move laterally left and right in terrific free-flowing fashion, continuing to let those punches go non-stop from both flanks. Janchelovic trying to close the distance. She goes downstairs to the body, but it's incessant, perpetual movements from Mladenova. Always on her toes, and a good right hand sunk into the body by Janchelovic, perhaps trying to slow down the movement of the woman in blue, and then she comes through with a right cross upstairs, but Mladenova back into her own punching range and letting her hands go. Janchelovic looking to work the body. Right hand off the back foot once again from Mladenova, and now she's back to her punch-picking best, changing direction. And oh, that's a terrific right uppercut, left hook, dug in by Mladenova. Janchelovic bites down, steps right back into the pocket, and goes in search of her own offense. Corkscrew right hand land once again from Mladenova, and another uppercut turned through the guard. Uppercut comes once again from the right hand. Terrific use of that shot from Mladenova during this portion of round #2. Backhand success from both boxers. Janchelovic looking to put more leverage, more power onto her shots, and lands with a solid right hand upstairs after good work to the body. There's another solid right hand that brings about a standing count. Martina Janchelovic unloading the heavy armory. Caught her opponent in the neutral corner and uncoiled a right cross that brings about a standing count. So less than a minute to go, and a left-right combination on the resumption from Janchelovic, perhaps sensing that she has hurt her opponent. But Mladenova trying to get her movement going once again, but she's been tagged solidly by a couple of solid right crosses. Mladenova back up on her toes as both boxers enjoying success. Final 30 seconds of the second round. What a round, because Mladenova was flowing magnificently. She brought the uppercut into play, but then Jančelović made the adjustment and then began to find success with her own right cross. It's been sensational action. Here's a left jab from Jančelović. On the back foot, Mladenova perhaps just beginning to slow down, but she still scored with 2 punches. There's another 2-shot combination, right then left. Right hand over the top from Jančelović. Terrific work from both boxers, punching one another to a standstill at the conclusion of that second round. A brilliant round of boxing between these two light heavyweights. Their punch output absolutely remarkable to behold. Now, how will the judges score that one? Because Mladenova was magnificent in the first half of the round, bringing the uppercut into play, turning it underneath, and continually jolting the head backwards of Jančelović. But then Jančelović made the adjustment and began to find a home for the right cross. And once again, well, it's Jančelović who has swept it across the board. So it is all square, 19 points apiece for judges 3, 4, and 5. Jančelović leads 20 points to 18 for judges 1 and 2.
Seconds out.
Well, this incredibly skillful contest between boxers of contrasting styles has come down to the final 3 minutes. And look at both boxers set about their opponents right from the opening horn to begin this third and final stanza. This could well come down to conditioning, because neither boxer is looking to hide. Both boxers demonstrating immeasurable desire, but who will be able to showcase that desire as we move into the hard portion of this contest now? The back foot boxing of Mladenova has been delightful. The educated pressure of Jančelović has been eye-catching indeed. She took the second round unanimously to make it all square, 19 points apiece for judges 3, 4, and 5. Terrific work once again, a 1-2 combination success for Mladenova, but a big backhand success for Jančelović. And there's the same shot once again. It's not that the boxers are neglecting the defensive duties, it's just that the punches of their opponents are incredibly accurate. So who will be able to keep their preferred tactics going? Look at the accuracy of Mladenova as she gets between the high-held gloves of the woman in red. Jančelović comes right back, but she's met with a response by Mladenova. The action unrelenting as we go beyond the midpoint of the third and final round. A big right hand is bombed over from Jančelović, but look at that straight shot salvo from Mladenova. Absolutely terrific stuff. Looping roundhouse right lands from the woman in red. And now this one is coming down to desire and who can demonstrate it. Neither boxer looking to hide. No quarter asked, none given. They are standing in front of one another. And make no mistake, this is anything but a free swinging tear up. Both boxers still trying to present angles, still trying to bob and weave and evade punches. But it has been toe-to-toe stuff right from the opening of this bout. Inside the final minute now, and the action remains just as intense and as skillful as it has been throughout. Both boxers must be feeling the pace, but they're continuing to go for it. Solid 1-2 landed by Jančelović, and all of a sudden she looks very weary indeed. Mladenova pushes her off, gets beyond punching range, and there's a right-left success followed by a nudging right uppercut from Mladenova, who can produce some quality. There's a right uppercut around the corner from Jančelović. Both boxers feeling the pace, but perhaps Mladenova has just been less affected by the fatigue. But Jančelović still banging away from both flanks as both boxers conclude in another toe-to-toe trade-off as this contest concludes. What a terrific contest we have just witnessed in this 81-kilogram light heavyweight semi-final. The boxers have had to keep their powder dry for 6 days. And my goodness, once they got the opportunity, didn't they showcase their talents? in their respective styles. The tournament #1 seed, Martina Jančelovic, looking to apply educated pressure. Saltanat Mladenova with back foot boxing and terrific punch picking as she moved laterally left and right. Here's the verdict. And it is a victory for Martina Jančelovic. My goodness, she is absolutely ecstatic. And that announcement has given her a new lease of life. She has taken the final round on a 4-1 split. So she has edged it. A unanimous points verdict. But make no mistake, Mladenova Saltanat was in that every step of the way. One of those contests where, for my money, it's a shame that there had to be a loser. But on this occasion, it is Martina Jančelovic who goes through to the gold medal bout. It is a brilliant bronze for Saltanat Mladenova of Russia. But what a spectacle those two provided, of desire, conditioning, and terrific skill as well. We will see Jančelovic, the tournament #1 seed, in the gold medal bout in 2 days' time.
Ring A, bout number 215. Into the red corner, please welcome the boxer representing Russia, Alexandra Maria Romania. Alexandra Maria Petku. Into the blue corner, please welcome the boxer representing Ukraine, Olesya Krysiuk. Referee, Maria Rizzardo from Italy. Judges, Judge 1, Kosovo. Judge 2, Finland. Judge 3, Spain. Judge 4, Sweden. Judge 5, England.
So we remain in the 81 kilogram light heavyweight division. This the 10th and final bout of this 21st session of boxing. And it's between boxers from Romania and Ukraine. So the woman who has just stepped through the ropes into the boxing ring is Olesya Krysiuk. 20 years of age. Her opponent is Alexandra Maria Petku of Romania. First bout of the tournament, of course, for both of these boxers. It's been a long wait to get their campaign underway. Just 4 women comprising the 81 kilogram light heavyweight division bracket. So both of these boxers have already guaranteed themselves at least championship bronze here. Now looking to go deeper into the tournament and contest championship gold in the 81 kilogram division. So 81 kilogram light heavyweight action. We're at the semi-final stage. This one between boxers from Romania and Ukraine. The taller figure wearing red is Alexandra Petku. Even though she's boxing for Romania, she spent plenty of time at Islington Boxing Club. Won herself a gold medal at the 2019 Women's Winter Box Cup. More on that in a moment. Her opponent, Olesya Krysiuk of Ukraine, 2016 European Junior quarter-finalist at 70 kilograms. Participated in the Youth Championships in 2018. That year She took national youth gold and also participated in the 2018 World Youth Championships. So plenty of experience in youth and junior classification boxing for the woman in blue. Oh, that's a good shot dug into the body by Petku. Looking for that same right hand downstairs once again. She's leading off her right hand to the body, left hook combination. Then she scores with a left-right upstairs. Started at a brisk pace as this one. Good right uppercut and left hook. And then a bombing right hand over the top causes Krisyuk to back up. And the right hand coming increasingly into play now for Petku, finding the range and just slowing the feet down of her opponent in blue. She came charging out of the gate, did Krisyuk, but she's just being slowed down by the accurate punch picking and heavy shots. Right hand to the body, left hand upstairs once again, and another left hand crashes through, followed by a right-left combination. And unless Krisyuk does something, she could well be put on the end of a standing count here. There she scores what gets through with a left hand. But it's been a terrific outburst of offense from Petku. And there's the right hand to the body once again, looking to slow down her opponent. Krisyuk coming forwards, pinning her opponent to the ropes, but that's a nice move from Petku to get herself off the ropes and turn the tables on her opponent. Right hand success once again. So Petku has really done a terrific job slowing down the punch output and speed of movement of Alessia Krisyuk, and pins her in the corner and helps herself to two solid punches, and another right hand crashes through once again. Krisyuk bravely boxes her way out of the corner, but the strength of Petku being applied, looking to keep her there. So it's a clinch to conclude the action of the first round. What a round, where Alessia Krisyuk came out blazing, but then the further we went into the round, the more Alexandra Maria Petku was able to assert her authority, and I feel she's done enough to take the first 3-minute frame. So Petku takes the first round on a 4-1 split. Judge number 2 preferring the work of Alessia Krisyuk.
Second zone, welcome the boxer representing Poland for Bolivia. Referee PIHLA.
So we're into the second round then. Woman in red taking the opening round on a 4-1 split. That is Alexandra Petku. It's another brisk start from Alessia Krisyuk. But again, she's been walked onto punches, right hand and left hook, scored by Petku. Mention the fact that she represented Islington Boxing Club, and during her tenure at the North London establishment, she took national championship gold. Good work from Krisyuk, who lands with a cluster of punches. When I say national championship gold, it was the NABCs. That's the National Association of Boys and Girls Clubs. And again, despite a brisk start, it is Petku who is getting back on top. But Krisyuk, look at her determination as she's looking to pin Petku to the ropes. I commentated on a tournament where she took that Women's Winter Box Cup gold. That was a multi-ring festival of female boxing, women's boxing at the Guildford Spectrum in the winter of 2019. Terrific work once again from Petku during the course of that exchange. Had the privilege of commentating on that tournament, and Petku came away with championship gold there in one of the classifications. And here she is with a guaranteed medal on the under-22 European stage, and Krisyuk is demonstrating admirable determination. My goodness, she deserves immense kudos for that, because she was appeared as though she was being punched to a standstill in the closing stages of the first round, but she came out strong in the second round, and despite being put under pressure, she's continuing her forward forays and having more success with her front foot pressure against Petku as she lands with a solid left hook around the corner. Petku looking to keep her opponent at bay, but she lands a good right hand, looks for the shame shot once again, but Krisyuk comes forward with a right hand success of her own, and Krisyuk proving very difficult to discourage. Oh, that's a solid right hand landed by Petku, goes downstairs with a good right hand to the body. The right hand she landed upstairs was partially blocked by the gloves of the woman in blue. As now Krisyuk comes forward with backhand successes of her own. Terrific action as Petku spins off and lands a left hook. Now it's back at center ring, left jab, left hook success for Petku, who's driven back across the ring once again as the boxers exchange punches while the referee was trying to intervene and break them apart. My goodness, that's a good burst of punches to both body, then head from Petku. The horn barely audible here at this outdoor venue on the Adriatic coast. A terrific second round of boxing. Remember, Petku took the first round on a 4-1 split, but during the intermission, Krisyuk was revived and came out strong for the second round. So whose conditioning will enable them to negotiate the third and final round better? It's an identical set of scorelines in terms of the who favors whom. 4-1 split in favor of Petku, but two judges scoring it 10-8 in favor of Petku, and I didn't see that from my vantage point in the commentary box. So the woman in red in a commanding position going into the third and final round. Krisyuk, well, you know she's going to keep coming if she continue to land punches as she did during that two-shot salvo, or she may well find the finishing shots that she needs, but Petku is plenty tough, make no mistake about that. And she's got her designs on going through to the gold medal bout in dominant fashion, swaying off the ropes to land the right hand. So Petku going in search of that left-right combination once again. Right hand to the body, not too far away from Krisyuk, who continues to come forwards, but when Petku has employed that body shot, it has been really effective indeed. This time, right hook around the corner, then a left hand from Petku. Left hand lands to the sternum from the woman in blue. Winds up a big left hook, but it was telegraphed, and while she was regaining her stance, Petku stepped back into the pocket and teed off on an unprotected chin. Very good boxing from Petku, taking advantage of her opponent who put everything behind a home run swing, but couldn't find the mark. The punch was easily evaded. Good work to the body once again from Petku, who really is targeting the torso of her opponent to good effect. That's a solid right hand over the top from Krisyuk. Nice movement to spin off and change the angle in front of her opponent. Look at that for a check right hand from Petku. And as Krisyuk is continuing to load up, she's just being spun by the accurate punches of Petku. She's given it absolutely everything as Krisyuk, but she's running on close to empty now. But her desire remains undimmed as she pours forwards once more, but now she's having difficulty closing the distance as Petku continues to target the body. Terrific punch picking underneath, particularly with that right hand from Petku. Then lancing out the left jab to keep her opponent at bay. There's another left-right combination. And with 30 seconds to go, well, if it continues in this vein, this one could be a 10-8 round in favor of the woman in red, because there's been plenty of industry from Krisyuk But the greater effectiveness, the greater artistry and imagination coming from the woman in red, who has used the space of the ring very well indeed. She's maintained the gap between herself and her opponent. Krysiuk has had occasional successes, but Petku very effective to both head and body during the course of the final 3 minutes. And it will be she who will be going through to contest championship gold here. Very good performance indeed in the face of a very committed opponent in the form of Alessia Krysiuk. She'll come away with championship bronze in this, her first bout of this tournament. And it will be the woman in red who will go through to contest championship gold in the 81 kilogram light heavyweight division.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by split decision in the red corner representing Romania.
And there is confirmation of a split decision verdict. Well, 10-8 for 2 of the judges after Petku swept the final round. So she goes through 4-1. A very good display indeed against the incredibly committed and game Alessia Krysiuk of Ukraine, but it is Alexandra Petku who goes through to the gold medal bout. The tournament #1 seed Martina Jančelovic awaits, and that bout will take place in 2 days' time. So that 10th contest between Petku and Krysiuk concludes the 21st session of boxing here. Join us once again at 6 p.m. local time, where it will be the men who take center stage for their semi-finals. And here in Ring A, we will have action in the 49 kilogram light flyweight, 52 kilogram flyweight, 56 kilogram bantamweight, 60 kilogram lightweight, and 91 kilogram plus super heavyweight divisions. Semi-finals all the way from boxers who have made it through to the medal rostrum. That gets underway at 6 p.m. local time, so make sure you join us for that. But it just remains for me, Ronald McIntosh, on behalf of everyone here, saying thank you for staying with us for this 21st session of boxing, and we'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.